And those are just general admission tickets. If you want a seat, some of those are going for over $1,000.
To see tickets at the Target Center in Minnesota selling for as low as $10.
The WNBA playoff ticket costs have dropped to only $10, and that's not even a joke. Close-up seats for Caitlin Clark's games were selling for hundreds of dollars, while tickets for last week's Suns games were selling for as little as $65. Some tickets were actually selling for $10. It's sad to see that the WNBA could have made a lot of money this WNBA playoffs if the Fever had been able to play their home game without being sabotaged. You can sit directly behind the team's bench and have the best view in the house. I guess nobody wants to watch DJ Carrington's vicious antics anymore. I'm not even sure how much the playoff final prices would have sold for to see Caitlin. It would have been insane.
Wherever she goes, ratings follow. The WNBA draft, the doubleheader to open the NBA season, ratings.
The WNBA needs to start defending its players, particularly Caitlin Clark, who attracted millions of views and battled to lead the poorest team to the playoffs against opposition from the media, refs, and teammates who despised her.
Just an amazing passer.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most creative passers I've ever seen, along with the Magic Johnson, that type of passer. She makes long, short pass, bounce pass. I mean, incredible passes. And her teammates have been really good. They catch them and they finish. I mean, they've done a really good job with her.
The WNBA has recently seen a dramatic and unexpected decline in ticket prices for the finals, which is directly related to Caitlin Clark's absence from the playoffs. Without Clark, the league is facing significant challenges in filling seats, with ticket prices plummeting from the thousands they once commanded during her L-ing regular season performances. The excitement that once surrounded WNBA games has faded, and the league is struggling to maintain. Fans were willing to spend thousands of dollars to see Caitlin Clark's amazing basketball skills in person, and her regular season games had become a must-see spectacle. As the playoffs approached, her presence increased the excitement even more, with ticket demand reaching previously unheard of heights. However, Caitlin Clark was no longer a part of the playoffs. The narrative has drastically changed, and the WNBA is desperately trying to make stadiums appear full without Clark. The buzz that used to surround the games has all but disappeared, leaving the league scrambling to avoid the embarrassment of empty seats during their most important events. To mitigate this, the WNBA has drastically reduced ticket prices in an attempt to at least give the appearance of packed arenas, even though the enthusiasm isn't there yet. Without Caitlin Clark, the excitement surrounding the playoffs has significantly decreased. The WNBA's momentum is being severely hampered by Clark's absence.
Clark is setting records. Once again, why would she not? This Sunday's game between number 5 Iowa versus number 2 Ohio State is the most expensive ticket in women's basketball, WNBA or NCAA women's, on record. The current get-in price is almost $500.
There is no doubt about that. The WNBA would finally get what they deserve because Caitlin Clark would bring viewership to a rival league and leave the WNBA back to where it started. But rumors that Clark might take her talents overseas to Europe have put the league in a precarious position. Every fan of the season is urging her to leave.
There could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer.
It's hard to see how the WNBA could maintain its newly acquired fan base without her captivating presence if she were to move to an international league. Competitors overseas are already getting ready to take advantage of her star power, and if Clark decides to join a European team, the WNBA will probably lose a lot of interest, as fans wanting to follow her career would turn their focus elsewhere, leaving the league struggling with another. There is growing concern that the WNBA has not done enough to support Clark, whether it's making sure she's sufficiently protected from being targeted by opposing players or giving her the right platform to fully showcase her talents. Despite the enormous attention and revenue she has generated for the league, Clark's departure could set back the league's growth in ways that could be difficult to recover from. The league seems to have failed to support Clark's success, and as a result, the repercussions are becoming painfully obvious.
We got a lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
The WNBA, which appeared to be on the verge of a breakthrough season, is now facing the reality that they're struggling to maintain the same level of engagement and are at risk of losing the momentum they have worked hard to build. In the last few weeks alone, the league has experienced one of the steepest declines in attendance and fan interest in its history. The league went from drawing some of the largest crowds it had ever seen, with arenas packed to capacity to witness Caitlin Clark's dynamic play. It's a shocking turn of events that highlights how much the WNBA had come to rely on Clark to fill seats and create excitement. Without her, players are considering going on strike because they are envious of her pay and feel underpaid. Her presence on the court not only elevated her team, but also energized the entire league, making every game she played a major event. However, the WNBA is facing a daunting challenge to stay relevant. The buzz that Clark created was crucial to the league's recent growth, and now the league is struggling to regain that same momentum. To put things in perspective, if Caitlin Clark had been a part of the WNBA Finals, front row seats could have easily fetched upwards of $20,000 each. The demand for tickets would have been astronomical as fans and celebrities alike scrambled to be part of what would have been the most anticipated finals in WNBA history. Clark's presence would have transformed the event into a spectacle, elevating the finals to a whole new level of excitement and media attention. Instead, the league is dealing with a drastically different reality.
Since Caitlin has joined the WNBA, we've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on the team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but I mean, we can go back to commercial.
The WNBA has lost out on a huge revenue opportunity from ticket sales and lucrative sponsorship deals as a result of the finals' diminished media coverage and diminished status as a must-see event. With few people watching or attending the games, sponsors are withdrawing, resulting in millions of dollars in lost revenue. What should have been a huge financial benefit for the league has instead turned into a significant setback that highlights how important Clark's presence is to the WNBA's success. Not only have ticket sales and sponsorship deals suffered, but the entire atmosphere surrounding the WNBA has changed in the absence of Caitlin Clark. There is a palpable lack of energy, and it seems as though the league is about to become irrelevant. The finals, which should be the pinnacle of the WNBA season, have become an afterthought, and fans are just not as interested when the league's brightest star isn't on the court. The excitement that Clark created has vanished, leaving the games feeling flat. The WNBA must carefully reconsider how it supports its elite players if it hopes to prevent further deterioration. Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent who has the potential to revolutionize women's basketball worldwide in addition to the WNBA. Her influence goes well beyond the court. She gives the league visibility, excitement, and growth. If the WNBA doesn't give her the support she needs, they run the risk of losing her to rival leagues in Europe or elsewhere, where there are more and more competitive opportunities for top talent. Should Clark depart, the WNBA may once again struggle to remain relevant and survive in a crowded sports landscape.
Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
The WNBA must create an environment where Clark and other stars can not only perform at their best but also feel valued and supported in the long run. The current situation is a clear example of what happens when a league fails to properly invest in its stars. The WNBA has lost its biggest draw. The fallout has been disastrous. Fans are disengaging. Ticket prices have plummeted, and the league's future looks uncertain without Caitlin Clark leading the way.